Metal Up World, this is CJ with cjortiz.com and metalmotivation.com. This is the first episode of a new 5-message series I'm doing entitled Finding Your Calling. Now, this is shown in my Life Domination online coaching program, which you can learn more about if you visit the link below. Finding your calling. You might have heard that before. Maybe you heard finding your purpose or searching for your destiny. These are grandiose terms that we use to try and find some sort of significance, some sort of direction for our lives. And oftentimes, man, we can feel lost no matter what age we are. Maybe when you were younger, you felt like you knew what it was you wanted to do with your life. You felt a compulsion to go in a particular direction, but somehow you've lost touch with that. Age and circumstances and a lot of failures or just the way you've been hurt or the way things haven't turned out as you wanted has left you to thinking there just is no meaning to life. There just is no direction for you. There is no purpose for you to pursue. That all that romantic idealism that once shaped or framed the narrative of your life is now dissipated, gone like a puff of smoke, and you've become cynical. You've become skeptical. You've become embittered. You've become angry. Well, if that's the case, then this video is for you. Or maybe you're young and you do have idealism. Maybe you're young and you do feel like there is something for you. There is a direction for your life. There is a calling or purpose for your life, but you don't know how to decipher what that is. Maybe you know someone else that seems to know direction for the life. They've got a clear indication, like a very strong talent or a very passionate interest or cause that they're pursuing. They seem to know, but you don't. You're indifferent. You don't seem to have that one thing that you're absolutely dedicated to, that one thing that you practice or rehearse daily, that one thing that just really stirs your pot, that you're passionate about to go after. This video series is also for you. Again, finding your calling in life. We should all have that desire to find a calling in life, to find some sort of direction or purpose to pursue. We're just that way. If not, we wouldn't be interested in things like movies and novels and whatever. We wouldn't use the metaphors and symbolism and analogies that we use in everyday language. We wouldn't listen to the music that we listen to if we didn't have some sort of desire, some way of processing our thinking that is governed by ideals. So you can't say things like finding passions, finding purpose, finding destiny, or finding your calling without having as a necessary part of that, a story, a symbol, something to inspire. And that's really what it's all about, finding inspiration. And out of that inspiration, finding direction for your life. You need some semblance of meaning and purpose. Now, this touches into the realm of spiritualism or religion. It can touch into the realm of again, just a very non-materialistic way of thinking. If you are a blatant materialist, in other words, if you're someone who all that you believe that exists is matter in motion, there is no real meaning to life, there is no real purpose, well, this is probably not going to be for you. But I want to challenge that way of thinking. Things like atheism are very popular these days in the sense of the public dialogue. You know, a lot of anti-theists or atheists are out there, saying how it's all materialism. It's God doesn't exist. Nothing spiritual exists. There is no heaven. There is no hell. There are no angels. There are no demons. There is no soul to the human being. What's always puzzled me about people like that is how much they talk about good and evil, how much they talk about right and wrong. I remember when Christopher Hitchens in fact, didn't he write a book called God is Not Great? Well, the moment you start making statements like that, you're declaring things are good or evil, things are right or wrong. Well, it's hard to really define absolutistic right or wrong if everything that exists is matter in motion. Now, I'm not wanting to get into the religious debate per se. I'm just talking about the way we think. So even if you are one of those who are you don't believe in God, or you don't believe in spiritual things, or what have you, it doesn't make a difference. You still use that language. You still talk about calling. You still talk about purpose. You still talk about good and evil. Your soul is still stirred. Your emotions can be stirred by great ideas. You can be stirred by a mission. You can be stirred up by a sense of purpose or calling in your life. So it doesn't matter where you are on the religious spectrum. What matters is that you have a life, that you have abilities, that you have interests and passions, and that there can be a direction that would bring satisfaction to the deepest parts of who you are. That you don't just have to exist. That you don't just have to think of yourself as a cork on the ocean. That even though there are billions of people on this planet, there's only one you, and you are unique, and you are special in that regard, and your life does matter. So that's what I'll talk about all this week on finding your calling, finding that direction, finding that sense of purpose, finding that great call of your life, as if you are being beckoned by the universe to take your place in this world, to fulfill that aspect of what you have the capacity and ability to fulfill, and to live out that life, to live out that dream, to live out that goal and purpose. It's a great way to be satisfied in life. So if you'd like to see the rest of this series, then please visit the link below, metalmotivation.com/life domination coaching. This is my private coaching group, which I'd love to have you a part of. It's only $19.97 a month, 5 videos a week, every week. And it's a tremendous thing. There's a bunch of other people in there just as motivated and passionate about changing their lives as you are. So it's a great place to be. So check out the link below. This is CJ, the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.